Salvation isn't about being perfect. It's about realizing you were never meant to bear your burdens alone. Grace waits quietly for you, even when you don't know you need it yet. The bench by the river, Daniel 41, wasn't the kind of man you'd find in a church pew. Life had given him too many bruises, broken promises, broken dreams, and a few broken bones too. He lived in a small town outside Nashville, fixing motorcycles for a living and keeping to himself. One Sunday afternoon, after another long week of work and a feeling he couldn't quite name, something heavy and hollow, Daniel went for a walk along the Cumberland River. He ended up sitting on an old wooden bench overlooking the water. Next to him sat an elderly man with a wide-brimmed hat, whittling a piece of wood. They nodded politely at each other, then sat in companionable silence for a while, watching the river move. After a few minutes, the old man spoke, without looking up. "You look like a man carrying a heavy load." Daniel chuckled dryly. "Aren't we all?" The man smiled, slow and kind. "Some loads ain't meant to be carried alone." They fell silent again. Daniel shifted uncomfortably, the truth of it sitting heavier than anything he could admit out loud. The man tucked the carving into Daniel's hand. It was a simple wooden cross small enough to fit in his palm. "I ain't here to preach," the man said gently. "But if you ever get tired of carrying it all by yourself, Jesus already carried it for you." Daniel stared at the cross. Simple, rough, solid. He didn't say anything, but something inside him cracked open, a tiny splinter of pride, or pain, or both. He slipped the cross into his jacket pocket. When he looked up again, the old man was gone. Only the bench, the river, and the quiet rush of the world remained. Daniel didn't become a saint overnight. He still wrestled with anger, still felt lost some days. But on the hardest nights, when he thought he couldn't carry his regrets anymore, he'd pull out the little wooden cross and hold it in his hand, and somehow he felt less alone. Not perfect, not fixed, but forgiven.